This conference will now be recorded.
So yeah, okay, we'll start our session. So good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining in online as well as in offline. Okay, first, I think yesterday I have introduced myself. So there was new people here. So let me introduce myself. My name is Chinthakindi Vishwanath. I'm a certified ethical hacker and cybersecurity trainer for last 10 years, which I'm working in this field. Okay, this small introduction about myself. So yesterday we done with a demo, right? So just what we explained in demo, like what we are going to cover in this course, what are the types of courses which we are offering, and what are the time limit which is happening, which is going to take about that particular course and everything, right? So today, from today onwards, we are going to start a topics. So today it will be only theoretical part, okay, only basics. Okay, first you need to be understand basics, like what is hacking, how many types of hackers. Yesterday we discussed about that, but we'll be getting into in brief in that. Okay, and once we're done with this particular introduction of ethical hacking, then we'll go into networking basics, because it's very important to go into networking basics. So first 3 to 3 days will be some theoretical stuff, then after that we'll be going into practical session. Everything is a practical session. Okay. Okay, so first let's get started. In online, are you able to see my screen? Is it visible? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thanks. So here is a thing right now. What is a hacking? Yesterday we know about this hacking, right? We discussed about this particular thing. So hacking is nothing but hacker is a one who is smart enough to steal the information such as business data, whatever it might be. Data might be anything. See, it might be your photographs, it's your data, right? If it is my data, if it comes to my data, it might be a corporate data or a project or a client's information, whatever it might be. Or sometimes it might be your username and passwords also, personal data. So data might be anything. Hacker is a one who's smart enough to steal the information such as business data, personal data, or financial data, or credit card, or username, password, whatever it might be. Okay. So from his system, he is not authorized. Okay. So all the data will be there in your systems, right? So how I can get your data? For example, think that if I'm a hacker and you're a normal person, okay. So if I want to get your data, what I'm going to do? I will hack your systems, right? The first thing. So I'm unauthorized for you, right? You are authorized because you are using your system, it's your own. But if I try to log in into your system, that comes under unauthorization, right? So he's getting this data from unauthorized. To get this information, he will take unauthorized control over the system by using some different techniques and tools. So the process, whatever we are going to do, the techniques, the person who is going to do to get unauthorized access, that technique we call it as a hacking. The technique we call it as a hacking. See, there is no particularly this technique has to be used to get into the systems. There are so many techniques are available, as well as hackers will generate their own payloads. They generate their own attacks, okay, to bypass these security controls like firewalls, IDSs, all these things. Okay, so how they are going to enter into your system? First of all, so is that much easy? See, in movies you will be seeing like, just if you click on this, it will be getting all captured, right? Everything will be hacked, right? But it's not that much easy. First of all, remember, so first they will find a vulnerabilities. They will find a vulnerabilities or a weaknesses first thing. Okay, so they will look into that particular vulnerability. See, for example, what is your vulnerability? You are using Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, right now the client's machines. So regularly every week you are getting updates, right? Every week you are going to get updates, or 10 days or 15 days you will be getting updates. So why they are getting updates? Because there are some bugs. There are some bugs, right? So if you're not updating that bugs, like if you're not patching your system, then your system is vulnerable. Your system has some weakness, loopholes. I will use that and I will enter into your machines. That is nothing but a vulnerabilities and weaknesses. So hackers will use these vulnerabilities and weaknesses, can be used by a hacker to commit crime and take control over that particular mission. That is a thing. Okay, not only updates. See, for example, you are using some softwares. Okay, you are using VLC, we are using some other softwares which MS Office and all these things. So hackers will look into that particular vulnerability, software based vulnerabilities, and they will enter into your systems. That is also possible. Otherwise they will create some viruses, spywares, malwares, and all other things, and they will bind it into image file and they will send it to you. When you download it from internet, if you double click on that, that's enough, I will get access. Means human interaction is required. Remember that human interaction is required. So most of the people ask me, sir, I have a phone number of my friends, can you get me the details? Can we hack that particular mobile phone? Means no, it is not at all possible. Remember that, okay? Only with phone number it is not at all possible, because if it is possible, if it is right, then I can hack Prime Minister phone also, right? There's a possibility with phone number, right? So it is not at all possible. Only one thing is human interaction is required. So you need to click on that particular links, or you need to open the links, or you need to open some install some applications. So how you are going to do that? So I will make you to convince. First of all, hackers should have some communication skills first of all. Okay, so see, for example, a small technique which I can play over here. See, today you are here to listen the class. So what I'm going to do, after the class I'm going to send you the material. That is a common thing, right? Because you will trust me. So what I can do here now, so if you trust me, I can insert some virus in this particular PDF and I can give it to you, and you will open it for sure, right? So that is nothing but making trust. So to make a trust, the communication is very, very important. Okay, that is going to be happen. So we call this as a social engineering, means non-technical attacks. So just getting the trust of that particular person. Okay, so we'll talk about that also in real time. So now we'll talk about what is information security. It's very, very important, because our job role is to secure the information, right? As ethical hackers, our job role is to secure the information. So we all know about this information. Information security is the practice of protecting information from unauthorized access, usage, or disclosure, or some modifications, or copying, destruction. All this will be done by a hacker. We need to protect from those type of things, all these things. So if you want to protect yourself, what you need to know? Hacking. First thing. Okay. See, you don't know anything about hacking, but you want to protect your information. Is it possible? No, not at all possible. See, because see, if some crime has been done, for example, non-technical example, if crime has been done, your home, or you went for a vacation and some thief entered into your home and he has stolen everything. What you are going to do? You'll go to police station, you will complain there, right? Then police people come to your home and they will analyze that particular situation, how he entered, how he has done this particular theft. So he will think in a mindset of thief, right? Police people will think in a mindset of thief, so that they can investigate a case very easily, right? The same thing happens here. If you want to protect your information, for example, you are working in a company and your job role is to protect all the computers, then what you need to do? First, you need to know how hacker enters into your computer. What are the vulnerabilities? What are the loopholes? Do we have any loopholes or not? We need to check. So that is a job of a information security analyst job. Okay, so we are going to do attacks before a hacker does. We will do that in our system, and once we find, we'll patch it. That is a job. So information can be defined as a processing of data. We all know that from childhood onwards, that information can be a processing of data, and it doesn't depend upon any language, and it can be a chain of symbols and simulations and based on the other things. Okay, and here it can be situation. It will depending upon the time, place, and situation. See, why I have written this. The meaning of information depends upon time, place, and situation. In my case, my information might be my project. In your case, your information might be your photographs. In his case, it might be your username and passwords, or financial information tally, or some other thing. It's purely depending upon the time, the place where you are working, and the situation, what in situation, which situation you are having. So it's purely depending upon that particular thing. But at any cost, we are going to secure any type of information. That is our job actually. Okay, so now, the biggest question comes here, right? Sir, hacking is illegal or not? See, some people tells that it was illegal. Some people will tell that it's illegal. So, what is the correct meaning of this? First of all, right? See, I also face the same thing when I 10 years back, or 12 years back, when I started my journey in this particular field, when I asked about some people like, hey, I want to learn hacking. So some people tells that, oh, this is a illegal activity, don't enter into this, you will be getting into jail or some other thing. Some people tells that, oh, okay, no worries, because you have so many career options are also available, that's a legal thing is also available. So I was confused over there, legal or not, first of all, right? So remember, hackers are the professionals who work on the technology, explore it, and take it to the next level. Means, what is our job? As a hackers are the professionals who work on the technology. Technology might be anything. See, there is a cloud technology, cloud security is available. If you're doing any project, you have to do a testing on that, right? So professionals who work on the technology, they will explore it, means they will test it, they will explore, they will do all the experiments on that and take it to the next level to patch it and to secure that. Okay, that is a job. It is legal or not. Now the question comes here, it's purely depending upon the work mentality and the motive, that is goal of the individual who works on the technology. See, I'm learning hacking for my career, for example, and you are learning for a passion, and some people will learn for illegal activities, purely depending upon the person. Okay, that's why I have written a note called technology is never illegal. Technology is never illegal. The person who uses that technology will decide whether he's using for good or bad, that is legal or not. See, not only hacking, if you take a simple example of robotics, I think you have seen movie called Robo, right? Rajnikant movie. See, first he developed a robot for good purpose to give it to the army. Then what happened? It was fallen into wrong hands and it was misused. The same thing happens here too, right? Not only this robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So next upcoming generations, everything will be on artificial intelligence, machine learning, cyber security, everything. So artificial intelligence, you can develop an application, you can develop in a particular thing, and if it is fallen in a wrong hands, it can do misusing. That, say, right now the war is going on physically, but in future everything will be cyber war, or everything will be where you can sit over here in our country and we can launch a missiles and it will go and put it on that particular country. We can set a coordinations and we can launch a missiles also. If that technology was hacked, what they can do? They can change the coordinations. That there is a possibility. So technology is never illegal. It's purely depending on the person who works on the technology, whether he's using for good or a bad. Right now, what we are learning for good purpose. Remember that, okay? Not for bad purpose, good purpose. Okay. The next one, types of hackers. Yesterday we have seen this. So simple, I don't take much time on this. So white hat hacker is nothing but ethical hackers. Okay. Right now we are the people, ethical hackers, good guys. Okay. Remember, we are a good guys, not a bad guys. Sometimes we'll act as a bad also. Okay. Remember. Okay. So good guys. Those hackers are good guys and they don't use their skills for illegal purpose. Remember. Okay. And we call them as a computer experts, computer security experts, because they help us to protect from these attacks. Okay, so like you will be getting a jobs as ethical hacker, cyber security analyst, consultant, all this comes under white hat hackers. Next one is the black hat hackers. So bad guys, whatever we see in media right now, right? Recently, what was the attack which was done? Have you seen? What was the recent attacks? AP Mahesh Bank was hacked. Did you know that? AP Mahesh Bank was hacked and almost 12 crores of rupees was stolen by a person. And another one, like there is a person from Vijayawada, Dinesh. He hacked a payment gateway. He has looted around 52 lakhs of rupees payment gateways. So those comes under black hat hacker. Okay, so all these things, bad guys, they use their skills for maliciously for personal gain. Okay, so they will hack some banks, steal credit card information, defacing a websites, and all this comes under black hat hacker. Okay, now when you go with a gray hat hacker, combination of these two, white and black. Okay, so example, I can take a simple example like, okay, if you're working for a company, your job role is to protect, right? Your job role is to protect. They are paying salary for you. So what you're going to do? You will be a white hat. You're protecting. Okay, once you comes to your personal life, for example, okay, so if you want to hack your girlfriend mail ID, then what you're going to do? You won't take permission, right? You will do some trials over there. Your mind says that, hey, be like a evil over there, right? So it's black hat hacker. So combination of white and black comes under gray hat. Okay. So but remember, whatever you are learning here, white, black, and gray, this is theoretical part. This is only for theory. We define based on the roles, based on their responsibilities. But when you enter into your digital world, cyber world, there is no white, black, and gray. A hacker is a hacker. Simple definition. Okay. So you cannot judge a person. Can you judge me whether I'm a white or a black? Simple. Okay. No, right? Sometimes. So this comes under hacker is a hacker. Simple thing. Okay. This is only for theoretical part. But when you enter into real world, there is no white, black, and gray. Apart from this, you are going to see some hacker classifications. We divided these classifications based on their work, based on their goals and other things. First one is a suicide hackers. What is a suicide hackers? Hackers who aim to bring down the critical infrastructure of a network for a cause, and they are not worried about any facing a jail or any kind of punishments. That is called suicide hackers. Suicide hackers means, see, for example, if there is a hacker he targeted a particular company called XYZ, and he does an attack, okay, DOS attacks, and he bring down all the infrastructure. Means he crashed the servers. Once he crashed the servers, others cannot able to access that, right? So that is nothing but a suicide hackers. Their main aim is to bring down the critical infrastructure, and they're not worried about face also. Even if a police people caught that particular person also, they are not going to disclose anything. Okay, why they done this attack, who done this attack, and who is the main person of this particular whole attack. They won't disclose anything. They're ready to face jail, and they're ready to face any kind of punishment also, but they won't disclose. Same thing like terrorist, the mindset. Like even if you catch a particular person terrorist, like they're ready to go for any kind of punishment. They won't disclose anything about that particular attack. The same mindset will be there for these people. Okay, next one is a script kiddies. A script kiddies is nothing but, it's very very important because it's a beginner stage. Every hacker will start their life with script kiddies only, beginner stage. Even I also started with my career with a script kiddies, and right now you are into the same field because you don't know anything about hacking, but you want to learn hacking. So what you are going to do, you will go to Google, you will search, you will download some tools, you will download some scripts, and you will execute, right? From you're learning from YouTube and other things. So that comes under script kiddies. And a hacker who compromises the system by running scripts, tools, or any softwares which are developed by real hackers. Means we are downloading some tools which are developed by real hackers, and we are compromising the systems. So that comes under script kiddies. But remember, in script kiddies stage, this is a suicide hackers is a black hat hacker. Okay, script kiddies, here many people are falling into black hat because they don't know what happens if they hack a particular computers. Okay, so they don't know about the background field. So they will blindly they are going to hack into other computers by using some tools and scripts and other things, and they will be getting into jails. So because we have seen many cases in this place. Okay, you should be very careful in script kiddies because while you are learning, you have to practice only within a labs. Don't go in no real time. Don't go to real time. Okay, so script kiddies, this is very important starting stage of a hacker. Cyber terrorist, what does it mean? Individuals with a wide range of skills, very huge skills will be there for that particular person, motivated by some religious or political beliefs to create a large scale of disruptions. Means a person who is an individual person is having all the skills, white as well as black also, but they are going to hack into some computers, they are hack into some have you heard about this cyber war, right? War, cyber war. Mm. Like see, right now Ukraine and Russia is fighting. We all know about that, right? Hot topic. Ukraine and hackers are supporting for this Ukraine, and they are hacking Russian websites. That is called cyber war. The participants who are working on that particular cyber war, we call them as a cyber terrorist. Okay, so the persons who are working for that particular war, okay, cyber supporting for that particular country, and they're hacking other countries, right? So that comes under cyber war. The persons who individually motivated by some religious and political beliefs because they have some supporting, they are supporting the Ukraine. So that is comes under cyber terrorist. The persons who work on that particular things, we call them as a cyber terrorist. Okay, they should have some cause why they are doing this. Anonymous people, we call them as anonymous people. Okay, anonymous hackers. Next one is a state sponsored hackers. This is a white hat. Remember, this is a white hat because they work for government agencies. See, even our central government, state government is also going to support hackers, but not officially. Remember, as per the rules, as per the paper, you should not support hackers actually. Okay, but to protect our government, to protect our servers, they require some security, right? They support us, but not directly. Indirectly they will support. That's it. Okay, so they work under government agencies to penetrate and gain top secret informations. To protect our information also, we are going to support hackers. Next one is a hacktivist. He is also an individual person who promote a political agenda by especially hacking and defacing the disabling the websites. For example, simple hacktivist is a normal person, individual person. For example, take me as an example. Okay, see, for example, there is a Annarao here, so he started a company. We both are friends. For example, I'm just giving a scenario. We both are friends for a long time, and we started a startup company, and the company is working fine, well and good, and somehow we got clash and we divided. So I have a grudge right now, right? I have a person on that particular person grudge. So what I can do, I have these skills. Now I can collapse his websites, I can collapse his particular technology and everything, right? That comes under activist. Okay, the individuals who promote political agenda by especially hacking, defacing, or disabling a website. Means defacing. Have you seen defacing of websites? Anyone? Defacing means the homepage will be changed, and they will write that this website is hacked by this person. Something. They will write it. See, if you have a website, I can hack your website and I can change your homepage. There is a possibility. Have you seen that ever? No. Let me show you that. See, daily some thousands and thousands of websites are getting hacked. Real-time websites. See. Oh God. This is blocked by our government. Wait a second. Archive. Okay, it is blocked by us government under Act of IT Act 2000. Okay, so no worries. So you can go to this website. Actually, you can use a proxies and we can open this. No worries. Okay, so I will show you that in next classes, like how can we open this blocked websites also. Don't worry. Okay, so in this you will be seeing that defacing websites, defacing of websites. Let me open it once again. Wait, by using some proxies. Wait a second. Okay, connect it. Come on. Yeah. Connect. Chalo. Google.com. Okay. It will be taking to some other country, and in this zone-h.org. Okay. It should open. Yes, it's opening. Good. Zone-h.org. This is a website where you can see defaced websites. Hackers will deface these websites and they will host it over here. Okay. See, archive. When you go to archive, what is this? G W, yeah, come. Y set submit query. See here. So our Indian website is also available. See, college website. Here it is, college website. This was hacked already. If you want to see that, just open this. You will be seeing that the home page of this particular website. Okay, Indian website was hacked edu.in. So this is a catch. The mirror image was saved over here. Okay, so let us wait. Let us open this. Is it in real time? Which is still, see, whole website. See, actually this is a website, so they renamed this. They removed everything and they had written that hacked by some other person. Okay, see, I will show you some other things. They will change it to other things also. Let me show you other one. Okay, here archive again. Some other websites. Okay, we'll go with some other websites. United States of America was hacked, and there is a mirror image. No, nothing. Wait a second. The person name will be also mentioned over here actually. Okay, see, the next one, mirror image. You can see all these mirror images. Okay, so when they hack this, they will post it over here. Yes, see, like this they are going to hack it. Actually this was a website, so they hacked this. Okay, see, government website or some other website, it was hacked, and this was the page displayed on that particular website. Right now it is in live. Still it is in live. Okay, so we are destroying Britain and America. See, they are mentioning that all the things why they have done this. Okay, so like the Nazi government, we are destroying Britain and America, and we will destroy the corrupt government that does whatever they want to based on liberalism. Okay, so this is a way how they are going to do this. So this is called as a cyber hacktivist. We call them as a hacktivist. Okay, the next one, Now we'll talk about, till now we talked about hacking, right? Till now we talked about unauthorized access and everything, right? Now we'll comes to ethical hacking. So what is the difference between hacking and ethical hacking? Name only tells you ethical. Ethical means you should have some rules, protocols, you should follow some, right? So ethical. So ethical hacking involves in use of hacking tools and techniques to identify the vulnerabilities, to ensure that system is secured or not. Our job, right? You should follow some rules. You are doing hacking, okay, well and good, but the hacking should have some permissions. Okay, sir, can we hack this? Yes, if you get a permission from your owner, then you can do that, no worries. Okay, that comes under ethical. You should have some ethics to do this particular technology. And who is ethical hacker? On behalf of owner. Okay, the ethical hacker is expert in cybersecurity and who attacks a security system on behalf of owner. On behalf of owner. So why we are working on behalf of owner? Yesterday I have told you, right? I think on behalf of owner, why they are working. Like when you go to interviews, they may ask you, right? So why should I hire you? Why should I hire you? The first question comes into interview, that why should I hire you? Because you will tell us, sir, I will find vulnerabilities in your websites, or I will find your vulnerabilities in your system. Okay, well and good. So, okay, that is good. So I developed my application. He will tell that, okay, I developed my application. I have a developers, I have a system administrators, I have a database administrators, everything is there in my company. They are taking care about all these things. Then why should I hire you again? See, the job of a developer is to develop the application from scratch. He know everything in and out. If he know that, okay, if you change the code, what happens, he knows everything, right? So everything, then he know about all the loopholes and everything of that part. Then why should I hire you? The first question. See, if I hire you, I should give you training, I should give you some time to test, and once you do testing, again you will give a report, and that report will be sent to the developer, and developer has to fix it. We are not going to fix it, remember. Only testing and reporting is our job actually. Okay, the fixing job is going to be done by developer, the person who is done that particular thing. So again you are getting back to the developer only to fix it. Then this is the same process going on, and it takes so much of time. Then why should I hire you? Why should I give you a salary for you? Again, the same work can be done by a developer also, right? Developer also. Hmm. Testers, that is, yeah, normal testers like Selenium and other things, right? They are going to do functionality testing. They are going to do functionality testing, means if a website works or not. If I click on this button, whether it is going to redirect to the particular page or not. If a particular links are available, contact us form is available. If we enter all the details, if you click on submit, whether we are getting an email or not. Otherwise, when you go with sign up, you enter all your details and click on create account. So whether it is getting into database or not, that comes under functionality. How the website is functioning correctly or not, that is a job of a normal tester. But what is our job? Security, whether this website can be hackable or not. Our job is to test whether this website is hackable or not. So now the question arises, the same thing. Okay, I have a testers, they will do functionality testing. I have a developer, they can do all these particular things. Then why should I hire you? Very simple answer for that. Owner can't test his network. First thing, owner can't test his network. Okay, a simple example which I can take here is, if you're a student, okay, I'm a teacher, what is your job role as a student? Study, write exam, that is the thing. What is it, my job role as a teacher? To teach, correct the papers, that whatever you have written, they correct the papers. So okay, you have written an exam, think that you have written an exam, okay, for example 10th class exams was done, okay, and a government asked that correct your own papers. What happens? Everyone will get 10 out of 10, because they won't find any flaws, because you developed your application and everything looks good for you. Everything looks good for you. You won't find any flaws over there, right? But if I ask, exchange your papers, your friend paper to you and your paper to your friend, then what your mind says, hey, this is not your paper, just find the flaws, right? So the human psychology says the same thing, right? Human psychology says the same thing. So the same thing happens here. If you're a developer, you're developed, everything looks good for you. Your main concentration will be on output. That's it, simple. But my concentration is on hacking, right? I will look into loopholes. Okay, so that is a job of ethical hacker. That's why they are hiring these people. Okay, remember. Next, what are the skills which is required? So this is a again $1 million question, sir. I want to learn hacking. So many people telling that, so I need to learn coding, I need to learn some other things, I need to learn database, I need to learn the cloud, I need to learn other things. So if you learn all these things, coding and other things, you will become a developer, not a hackers. First thing, okay, because I also face the same thing. Okay, many people told that, hey, if you want to become a hacker, you should learn hacking, means you should learn coding. That's for sure. But remember, coding is not required in this hacking. If you have a basic knowledge, that's more than enough. We are not a developers to develop, actually. Okay, so hacker requires how to know that how to use the operating systems. Okay, how to use the operating system, skills to use operating systems like Windows, Linux, and Mac, because these are the things which we are working, right? And these people will require networking knowledge is very, very important. Networking knowledge. Okay, so the background process, how networking works. Okay, what is IP address, how it is connecting one computer to one computer, how it is interacting. Okay, what is a port number, services, all these things it is required. I'm going to teach you everything about that, don't worry on that. Okay, and then you should have some detailed knowledge about older, advanced, and sophisticated attacks. Okay, right now what's going on around you, you should be updated with your news. Okay, security news. So that is very important. So is that coding important now? So coding is important just to understand the concept. To understand the concept. See, for example, you got a project. Okay, so developing project. So a website developer was done. It comes for testing. So when you comes for testing, you will be seeing that particular code. If you see the code and if you just understand the code, okay, what this code is telling, if you understand that, that's more than enough. Basics is more than enough. HTML, PHP, that's more than enough, because all the websites are developing with this particular HTML with PHP only, right now. And some basics of database. Okay, if you use this command, what happens? Okay, if you use this command, what happens? So just basics is more than enough. We are not a developers here, just we are a testers. If you don't know anything, no worries, you can directly go with the developer. You can ask them what this code says, what this code says, because no one will ask you about coding over here. Remember that. Okay, you have all the resources. If you are if you are a hacker, you should sit with all the developers, and they will explain you about all the things, codes. Okay, so this is a link, this is a code, and this is how it works. They will tell you about everything for you. Okay, just you need to change something over there, and you have to look whether this can be hackable or not from outside. Okay, that is a job. And regarding networking knowledge, system administrators will be there with us. So if you don't know anything, they will explain you everything about that particular terminologies and the technology and everything. Okay? How they are using, how they configured, what are the devices they are using, routers, firewalls, what rules they have written, everything they will explain you about that. Just if you have basic knowledge, that's more than enough. Okay, so regarding Python, if you want to go with higher advanced level, once you're done with this course, if it is demanding for you to learn Python, yes, you can learn Python, no worries. Okay, so Python is very, very, very simple, very simple. Okay, next, this is a life cycle, right? This is a life cycle which I think I explained yesterday, life cycle, but I will explain you some more clearly. Say footprinting. First stage of a hacking is footprinting. What is in a footprinting here? Information gathering. First stage is information gathering. For example, if I want to hack, okay, if I want to hack a particular person, like this is a Rakesh, okay, if I want to hack his email ID, I know only Rakesh name. So what I'm going to gather? So with name, I cannot do anything. I want to gather information about a person, like, okay, what is his email ID, what is his phone number, what is his first name, last name, where he lives, what is his area of interest, all these things. Then I can do perform attacks on that. If it is a website, xyz.com, so what I will do, what is the domain, what is IP address, what is the server, which server they are maintaining, okay, when it was hosted, when it is going to expire, is there any certificate for that SSL certificate there or not, okay, and apart from which technology they have used on that particular website. So everything I will gather information about a particular target might be anything, will gather information about a particular target. So how to gather information now? See, Rakesh won't tell, right? Rakesh won't tell me about his details, right? Because I'm unknown to him. And even if I have a website, so how to gather information? Then I will show you everything on live, because everything is in live. Online, you have so many resources where you can get these resources actually. Okay, so only with his full name I can gather his information, his social networking profiles. From social networking profiles, I can go to his about and I can see all the information, right? That comes under footprinting. It's very, very important. Almost 85% success rate is available on footprinting only. As much as information you gather, you will be in success rate. Okay, next one is the scanning. Once you gather enough information, the second stage comes under scanning module. So in this scanning module, what you're going to do, you will be using some tools. To scan a target, to find the vulnerabilities. Automation task, simple automation task. So vulnerabilities. Is there any flexible way to enter into this particular vulnerability? Do you have any vulnerabilities, loopholes? Everything will be given by scanning module. Once you get this particular report, okay, you got to know that flexible ways to enter into particular website. Then third phase comes into picture, gaining access. To gain access, what you're going to do, you will do attacks. Launching of attacks comes here. Okay, based on this report, based on vulnerabilities, you will do attacks. So if your attack was successful or failure, it might be two options. Like sometimes it may success, it may failure also, because we cannot give you a guarantee that it is going to success, right? So if it is success, you will gain access. Otherwise, you won't gain the access. That is a simple thing. Okay, third option, you gain access. Think that you entered into website. Finally, you entered into website. Chilo. Once you entered into website, what you're going to do, fourth stage, that is maintaining access. Okay, you gain access, but you should maintain that access also, right? So to maintain access, what you're going to do, you will do Trojan installations, spywares, malwares, all these things, maintaining access. Okay, if I hack your computer, I will install some virus so that I can get connected to your machine anywhere in the world. Wherever you go, if you are connected to internet, I can easily connect to your machine. Maintaining access. So malicious things he will do, malicious things. Okay, once malicious things was done, like deleting a data or installing a trojans, malware, viruses, everything was done. Okay, once he done with his work, then fifth stage comes into picture, escalating the privileges. What is this escalating privileges? Nothing but gaining the administrator rights. Administrator rights. See, if I log in as a normal user, standard user, I have some privileges. I don't have a full permissions, right? Escalating a privileges is nothing but gaining a administrator privileges by using some techniques. I will show you that in system hacking. Next one is covering of tracks. Okay, once you're done with your work, once hacker done with his work, okay, what he's going to do, he has to left, right? He has to left that particular website or system from come out of from that. So before coming out of that, what he's going to do, he will cover all these tracks, means deleting log files, deleting a log files. Whenever you log in into a system, whenever you log in into a website, your IP address will be recorded over there for in firewalls or in systems. So he is to delete everything. He will delete everything, evidences. He is going to delete evidences, then creating a backdoors. Nothing but while he is escaping from that, he will inject some backdoors so that after 6 months, again I want to hack a same website. There might be possibility or may not be a possibility due to security issue. But if this backdoor is available in that website after 6 months also, I can directly enter into a website without any username and password. There is a possibility. Okay, so we'll upload some files, malicious files. So this comes under backdoors. So is it clear now? So if I explain you the same thing in non-technical, I will take a general example, the same example yesterday I have taken, that is home is nothing but a website, or a thief is nothing but a hacker, an antivirus or a firewalls will be acting as a watchman, right? So what hacker is going to do if he wants to thief? Footprint, right? How many people will be there, when they're coming in, when they're going out, CCTV cameras there or not, he will collect all the information, right? Then second phase comes into picture. What he's going to do, he will look for possible way. When is a flexible time to enter into night times? One is a flexibility. If there is no one at home, second flexible. If there are only children at home, the third vulnerability. And if there is no watchman, fourth vulnerability. He will look for all the possible ways. Once he selects that, gaining access. So to enter into that home, what he's going to do? Break the locks or use a duplicate keys. He will do some techniques over there. Otherwise, he will enter it through Windows something. Okay. So gaining access. Once he gain access, what he's going to do? Simple, like stealing all the money, gold, precious things, and everything. Maintaining access. Okay, he won't switch on the lights. He won't switch on the music, right? He will do silently. He will be in stealth mode, hidden mode, and he will do all the malicious things. Once he done with his work, covering of tracks, nothing but he will wear a monkey caps, he will wear gloves, right? He will clear everything because there should be no proof. Covering of tracks and creating backdoors. Before escaping, he will look for a backdoors, not from front door. He will enter from front door. While he is escaping, he will escape from backdoors, right? Looking for the possible ways to enter into other time, creating a backdoors. So this is the life cycle. If you compare the same thing with your general life, it will be very easy to understand the concept. Not only hacking, any technology you learn, if you compare with your general life, it will be very easy, simple. Okay. The next one is the same thing which I explained here. Orally I explained, there is a theoretical part over here. Just go through this. I will give you this PDF. Don't worry about that. Okay. I will upload it into Google Drive and I will give you the access for you. Okay. Next. Now we'll talk about threat modeling. This is very important because your job role is on threat modeling only. Because what is our job role? Whether this application is threat or not. Do we have a threat or not? We need to find it out. So Threat modeling is the process of approach to spot, diagnose, and threats and vulnerabilities of a system. Okay, system means it might be anything, website or a system or any other thing. Okay, remember that. So it is one of the way to approach risk management, which mainly focuses on analyzing the network security and application security. Application security. How you are going to do this threat modeling in our real time when you go to your job profile, what they are going to do here. Simple example which I can take. See, if think that if you are working in an organization, okay, XYZ organization, and you got a project, okay, you got a project. Example, school management software. Okay, there is a school, prestigious school is available like Hyderabad public school or Delhi public school, some other international schools. So you got a project. Okay, your developer developed everything was developed. Then it will get to you. Okay, you will get that particular project, and your job role is to test. What you are going to test, whether this is having threats or not. First of all, okay, loopholes are there or not. So first, what you are going to do, identify the security objects. What you are going to do when you get this project, first you will check, okay, what are the security objects which is already applied and which needs to be applied. See, security objects, in case I can tell you, second step authentication, OTPs. First one is a username and password, that is a security. Okay, you apply tick mark. Second one is OTP, that is also tick mark. Okay, other one tick mark. So you will mention all these things and you will check whether this applied or not, applied or not, applied or not, based on the application. So identifying the security objects. Oh, how many securities can be implemented, what not implemented. You will be identifying all these things first of all. Okay, second one, application overview. You will get an application overview. You don't know anything about application now. Our job role is to test, right? So who is going to give you this application overview? Developers. We'll sit with the developers. We'll have a meeting with them, system administrators, developers, and everything who involved in that. They will explain about that particular application. So this is application. These are many modules are available. Student module is available. Principal module is available. Teacher module is available. Parent module is available. So they will explain you everything. Application overview. They will give you application overview. What technology they use, what database they use, by the like MySQL, MS SQL, Oracle, which type of application they use. Everything they will give you. Once it is done, okay, once you got all the clarity, what you're going to do, you will start testing. So to test this application, it takes so much of time, right? Very big application, so you cannot test individually. So for example, there are 4 people over here. So what you're going to do, you will divide the work. Chalo, Anara, you go with the principal module, you will go with the student module, you will go with the teacher module, you will go with the parent module. Like this, you will be dividing. That is nothing but decomposing the application, dividing the application into modules, and we are going to test it. Okay, then fourth one, okay, I have given a work for you. Then what is your job? Identifying threats, identifying the vulnerabilities. Now other question arises. So till now you told that loopholes, threats, vulnerabilities, and everything. So what is the difference between threat and a vulnerability? It is also interview question. Remember that. Threat and a vulnerability, it looks same. It looks same, but not same. Very huge difference. Very, very huge difference. Threat is different. Vulnerability is different. Okay. So example, threat. Okay, there is a person, very famous personality is available, and the kidnappers kidnapped that particular person. For example, kidnappers kidnapped. So what happens? What is his like? They will ask you for amount, right? Demanding for an amount. They will call to their relatives and they will ask you that amount. Otherwise, they will kill that person. They will tell you the same thing, right? So that is a threat. Life threat. Life threat means, okay, even if you give a money, is there any guarantee that they are going to leave that person? Is there any guarantee? Even if you give that particular person, kidnappers has asked for a like 1 crore of rupees, you given that, whether he leaves or not, we don't have any clarity on that, right? They may kill a person also after receiving a money, right? There is a life threat, means possibilities. Possibilities. If you have application, there might be a threat or there may not be a threat. Okay, so that is called possibilities of that particular application threats. We find it all the, we list it out. Okay, if there is a database, okay, there is a database, chalo, how many threats are possible for this? Possible threats, that is called threats. Next is vulnerabilities. Confirmation of a threat, we call it as a vulnerability. Confirmation of a threat. Say you got a 10 threats, you noted all the 10 threats. Out of 10, only 5 threats are possible. Okay, you tested and you got access, so that is called vulnerability. Confirmation of a threat, we call it as a vulnerability. Okay, so clarity, do you have clarity on this threats and vulnerability? Because it's very, very important. Interview question, they may ask you like, what is a threat, what is a vulnerability? It's very important to know about that. So possibilities of threat, possibilities of attacks, we call it as a threat. confirmation of an attack, we call it as a vulnerability. Confirmation of attack, 100% it was done. Okay, chalo, it is vulnerable. Okay, is it clear? Done? Chalo, done. So online, do you have any doubts? Any doubts? Online, is everything clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Can you repeat like threats and vulnerabilities?
Threats and vulnerabilities is very simple. See, threats is nothing but possibilities of attack. See, for example, your computer is there. You are using Windows machine. So what are the possibilities? I can hack through virus. I can hack through Trojan, or I can send through other things. Okay, I can, even if you are not patching the updates, I can do some other attacks. So there are 100 types of attacks are available. We call them as a threats. Threats means possibilities.
Okay.
Vulnerability is nothing but you got confirmation, you already hacked by using some technique. Out of 100, 10 vulnerabilities are successful. That we called as a vulnerability. Loophole existed. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, Rishi. So any other people having any doubts in online? Others? Okay. Can I get responses through chat? Is it clear? So that I can get a confirmation, guys.
Yes, clear.
Okay, that's great. So this is for today's class. Okay, we'll stop over here. Okay, and we'll go with other topics on tomorrow's session. Okay, tomorrow's session, it will be some other basics, like basic terminology is very important. We'll talk about terminologies, because whatever the course you learn, there will be some terminologies, right? See, even if you go with the coding, there will be some terminology. So we'll be talking about some terminologies, and apart from that, we'll be seeing that what are the elements of information security, like how you are going to secure your information, which type of elements you are going to concentrate. So that we'll be discussing tomorrow. Once we're done with the other theoretical part which is left over, then we'll go into networking basics. Very, very important networking basics. I will start with what is a computer, what is IP address, what is a port number, and all other things. So it will be very like if you are already a technical people, it will be revised for you. If you are a non-technical people, it will be helpful for you. Okay, so we'll go with those things once we're done with this. So we'll go into practical session of footprinting, how we are going to gather information about a particular target. So I will show you that also. So before going into that, so shall I show you a small demo for you? Small demo. Okay, let us show you a small demo how it works. Okay, see, everyone is using websites, right? Everyone is using websites nowadays, right? So it should be off the record. Okay, and now I'm stopping the record over here. It should be off the record because I will go to live website. Okay, it should not be in record. So stop recording over here. So today's class is done. Just I'm going to show you a small demo.